What's ham? You already know what time it is. Time to put that work in. This time I'm about to go ahead and let y'all know what I think about 2K16, what I would definitely want to see on 2K17. Let's talk about the clothes, man. We already know how the clothes look. We need more of a variety. Like back on 2K14, they had the Derrick Rose shirts, shorts, different shit like that. Bring that stuff back. Give us some Nike clothes. Give us some Adidas clothes. Remember they had the generic shorts? Like, yeah, they was generic, but they had a lot of different colorways for them shorts. They could go with a lot of different stuff. Like, you can switch things up. I mean, you feel me? Get your swag right. We need stuff like that back for 2K17. And make sure the clothes look right. Like, you know how the hoodies and the jackets and shit look. But that shit big as hell. Like, you know the player body type. Like, man, you put on one of them jackets or them hoodies, you looking big as fuck like the Hulk or something. That shit awkward, bro. I don't even wear that bullshit. Man, just make sure the clothes look right. Like, for the joggers example, like, we can adjust the joggers. But what about the camos, the camo pants, the camo shorts? Like, yeah, that shit cool, but they got that shit looking ugly, man. Especially like the cargo shorts this year, they got that shit tight as hell, like some mailman shorts or some shit. But you gotta get that shit right. Like, man, I don't know what the fuck they was on this year, but they need to switch that shit up. Y'all got all this bullshit we don't need. Like, the fuck, you got watches on here, rings, and all this bullshit. What the fuck I need that if I'm out there hooping? Man, what the fuck I want that shit for? But yeah, I'm just saying, man. Another thing with the shoes, I can't say like you know how they got the 3D model. Some of the shoes like 3D. Then you got the motherfucking some ugly ass shoes that they had back. They look like some motherfucking PlayStation 2 graphic type shoes and shit. But man, they need to make all the shoes 3D, man. We should be able to, man, make them motherfuckers high def, whatever the fuck you gotta do. Take all that old looking shit off. That shit don't even look right. And let's talk about the hairstyles, man. Come on now. It's hella hairstyles. Bro, they be giving all the players the best hairstyles. Like, I remember, I think it was 2K14, like, Kenneth Fareed. Like, the way how they had his dress was clean as fuck on there. But, like, we didn't have that option to pick those type of dreads. Like, we only had the motherfucking, like, some ugly ass type dreads. Shit ain't even look right, bruh. But his dress was clean, so different little shit like that. Like of course we all know last year everybody had that motherfucking that afro with that little taper on the side, whatever the fuck it was. This year, I mean, they kind of got a little something. They did a little something, like especially with the dreads, but they could have did a lot better, bro. That shit look like they just, I don't even know how the fuck they even come up with these different sketches. Or, bruh, these hairlines be looking fucked up. Like, it'll be clean on one side. It's like you go to a new barber or some shit for the first time. You might get one side good, other side fucked up, or you like two different people. Turn your head one way, you like a whole another motherfucker. But that's one thing I want to see them do. Like, bring some better hairstyles. You feel me? Like, do some different shit. Like, for example, like on GTA.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm gonna mention dreads again. Like, you can change, like, you can dye the tips of your dreads. Different little shit like that. Like, do different shit like that with the hairstyles. Give us more of a variety. Like, you already got, like, I ain't even count, but you already know how many player models they got. A lot of motherfuckers looking the same out there.
The fuck off my court.
It's triplets out there playing on the same team and shit. Man, do something different with that shit. Let's talk about the Jordan Rack. A lot of people ain't like it. A lot of people did like it. I like that shit. That shit clean. Like, when you at the park, you got the option to travel to the different parks. Then you also got that option to travel to the Jordan Rack. Like, this year, the only way to get there, is if you at your court, your friend's court, and y'all play as a walk-on. And then that shit ugly, like it ain't even no other games going on. They show you running in and all that. That shit lame, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't want to see that, bro. Just bring the regular. Damn, I keep burping and shit, but just bring the regular Jordan rec back. You feel me? And you get rep for that shit. You get rep and hella VC for that. Bring that shit back. Now let's talk about the career cheese. I play on Hall of Fame simulation. I play on that because that's the most realistic gameplay setting to me. But what I mean by career cheese, like, you know how your teammates play. Like, your teammates play garbage as hell, bro. It don't matter how good you playing on defense or offense, your teammates playing stupid as fuck. Like, you may pass them the ball, they wide open. They won't take the shot. They gonna do some goof ass shit, turn the ball over, try to take a dumb shot, contest a shot at that, make a dumb pass, whatever it is. You ain't gonna get that assist off. I don't know how they got their mechanics on that, but they definitely need to change that shit around. Bruh, cause
girl, I'm in a game.
It ain't no way your teammates playing retarded as fuck. Like, they don't even be playing defense half the time, man. Not even to mention on offense. It's like they ain't got no fucking mind, bro. Like, of course they ain't got no mind, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they be acting stupid. Like, they don't know if they want to fucking shoot, take the ball in. They just sit there. And like, when it seems like they ain't about to do shit with it, you press X, try to get the ball, the motherfucking thing pop up, call for pass, ignore. Like, what the fuck you ignoring me for? You ain't doing shit with it, so give me the fucking ball back. Feel me? Or whatever. But one thing they did take off, like, back on 2K14, like, you call for the ball too many times or whatever, they take your grade down. I think they stopped doing that this year, so that part was cool. And let's talk about play with friends. You know that little feature, like, you be at your court, say your friend at their court, you could go straight over there to your friend's court if their court is open, or they could send you an invite and you go straight over there. That's cool. But when you at the park, let's say your friend at the park and you trying to go play with your friend, you can look at the little play with friend list, but you can't even click on their name and go straight to their park. You gotta load all the way into a park server, and you know how long that take. Half the time you might get lagged out or the application may close. But once you do get into that park session, you gotta go to their name and you gotta load all the way into another park just to play with your friend. Like, what type of shit is that? Change that up, man. Park rec. We all know how it was on 2K15. That whole system, how they had it. When you first seen that shit, you was like, what the hell is this? Like, that shit was cold. They had the little crowns, the Burger King crown, like I said. But that was cool. They need to go back to the crowns. Like, that looked clean. I don't know why they would change it up for what? A fucking t-shirt, a brown dusty ass t-shirt, a basketball, and a star. Come on now. That shit look generic as hell and stupid at the same time. You walking around with a big ass brown shirt next to your name or a fucking basketball. Like, come on, bro. That shit childish. Go back to the old. And another thing about the park, when you load into a park and you got friends there, when you look at the list, your friends should be at the top of the list. You shouldn't have to scroll all the way down the list just to find your friends. They're your friends, they should be at the top. Like, it should be outlined different color, whatever, help you to be able to find your friends. It might be an open game you want to get on. You gotta scroll to find your friends. Somebody else hop on. You know how that is. Park cheese, man. I'm glad they took that speed boost shit out. I ain't never used to speed boost. I don't even know how to do that shit. I could have looked at a video, but I ain't give a fuck. I don't do that shit. That shit is funny, bro. That shit is fool. Like, I'm glad they took that shit out, cause y'all motherfuckers crying about it. Like, motherfuckers used to spam that shit. all the way from 2K14, 15, this year. Motherfuckers still do that shit. Like, they don't get the fucking boost like they used to, but some of that shit still be working. Like, when I say work, like, that shit still be cheesy as fuck. They still can get that shit off. I don't know how the fuck that is, but man, that shit, motherfuckers putting that shit in like Mortal Kombat finishing moves, bro. Motherfuckers practice that shit. I don't know how to do that shit. Man, take that shit the fuck off. 100%, bro. Name one real motherfucking NBA player you see doing all that funny shit and ain't running out of energy or nothing, bro. And then tell me, bruh, when the fuck have you seen somebody in an NBA game pull out a motherfucking Yu-Gi-Oh card from their sock and have motherfucking unlimited range or motherfucking be hot, whatever the fuck? That shit ain't happening, man. Take that shit the fuck off. And last but not least, let's talk about the career story mode. Like what they did this year, I fuck with that shit hard. Like the little story mode, like showing where your player come from playing in high school, college, all that shit. Go hard, bro. Keep that shit. Like add some different elements. One thing I wish it was I wish it was more games in high school and in college. Like definitely bring something like that back for 2K17. That 2K story mode, bruh. I fuck with that. Like what they did this year, all that. Like that's what brought me over to 2K. Like back on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, I was fucking with live for real. Nah, but I'll take that back. Like on PlayStation 3, I had 2K13. Um, I had the 2K with Kobe on it. That was probably the first 2K that I really fuck with because like I used to watch my cousin play that shit and like see him like play the career mode, had the grade and shit. I'm like, damn, bro, what the fuck is that? And shit, that's what made me start fucking with 2K. So like seeing all the cutscenes and all that, that shit dope. They definitely need to bring that back. One thing I'm gonna say about this year, like after the first little part, you ain't see no more of that. We need more, bro. It's like a mini movie, like and you already can put your face scan on your character. They got the tattoos looking good, all that. So it's only right. Yeah, shit it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this little rant. Might do a part two. We'll see how that go. But yeah, it's your boy Nan. Go ahead, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that shit. You know how it go. I did all this shit in one take. It's